Hey, what is going on YouTube? In today's video, we're going to take a look at updating our Home Assistant to 2025.2. And in this release, the most exciting feature, although there is a lot, so if you scroll through all this is the different features and the different GitHub commits that you could find therein. The biggest thing that I want to cover today is going to be the implementation or the integration of Google Drive for backups, and that is going to be down here for commit 134576, add Google Drive integration for backup. So in this video, what we're going to do today is we're going to go ahead and show you how to update Home Assistant to the latest version, and then we're going to also implement the backup to the Google Drive. All right, for the very first step, head over to your Home Assistant and log in. For those that have not already installed Home Assistant, check out some of my other videos. I have a few videos that cover the installation of Home Assistant and some sensors. Going forward in the next 2 weeks, I should have another video coming out in regards to installing a temperature sensor, which is pretty much the same as the last time, but it has different features, and that's something that we're going to cover going forward. But for today, after you log in, head over to the Settings tab, and inside of Settings, you're going to go over to here's the 3 updates up here. So if this wasn't here, if you go down to System and then Updates, you have your 3 updates. So in this case, we have Home Assistant Core, Home Assistant Operating System, and Zigbee to MQTT, which is what we have configured recently. For today's video, we're going to go ahead and install the latest update for Home Assistant Core. Go ahead and just click on that and then click on Update. It tells you the current version that is currently installed, and then the latest version, which is one minor version above the release. So go ahead, click on Update, and we'll just let that run. All right, so once that is completed, you will see that the update is no longer here and available to us. So if we go back into settings, you also see that it is not here. We could obviously update our operating system and our Zigbee to MQTT, but for the purpose of this video, we're going to go ahead and continue on with these instructions. So next, you're going to scroll down. Again, you're in settings. You're going to scroll down into system, and inside of system, you'll see another tab that says backups. Here, you're going to want to go ahead and set up backups. Once you set this up, it'll give you a key. So I'm going to pause this for a second and grab that key. All right, so once you grab that key, you could either copy and paste it into your own file, or you go ahead and download it. I just went ahead and I downloaded it. Then you have the ability to set up automatic backups. So recommended is backup every day, keeping 3 days of backups, or custom. I'm going to go with the recommended option and do automatic backups. All right, for the next step, head over to console.cloud.google.com. You will get an API library. Inside there, you're going to scroll down until you see Google Drive API. Once you click on here, you'll have the option to select a previous project or create a new project. Go ahead and create a new project. Since I have some other projects in there, I'm going to go ahead and pause it until I get to the create project screen. All right, so at this point, it will ask you for the project name. I'm going to go ahead and click on create. After you create that project, you're going to be brought to a screen similar to this one, and you will find under quick access, you're going to click on APIs and services. In there, you're going to want to look for credentials, and then we're going to select after selecting credentials, you're going to go ahead and look for the consent screen. Click on that. Next, click on get started. And then in here, you're going to go ahead and do an app name. I'm just going to go ahead and do Home Assistant. User support email. Go ahead and select your email. I will go ahead and pause this screen. All right, so at this point, we have audience. We're going to go ahead and we want to click on external, allowing us, it's going to be available to any test user with a Google account. Your app will start in testing mode and will only be available to users you add to the list of test users. Once your app is ready to push to production, you may need to verify your app. Click on next. Under contact information for email address, go ahead and select an email address here, or type in an email address. Once you click on next, you'll be brought to the finish tab. Go ahead and agree to the API services if you agree with it, and then click on continue and then create. Once you finish that, go over to the audience tab, click on publish app, and you're going to go ahead and push to production, and you'll see that the publishing status is now in production. Next, you're going to want to head over back into the credentials. You can do that by clicking the navigation menu here at the top, and then go to APIs and services, click on credentials, and then over here at the top, you'll see create credentials. Go ahead and click on that, and then go ahead and click on the client ID here. All right, next you're going to be brought to this screen here. Go ahead and click on your application type, and we're going to go ahead and select web application, and we're going to do Home Assistant backup integration, and then we're going to go ahead and add a URI. So let me go ahead and grab that. You can find this in the description below. It'll also be on the Home Assistant documentation, and I will also post that in the description below. And once you have that added, you're going to go ahead and click on create, and that'll pop up the secret and the client ID. I'm not going to share that with you, but go ahead and make sure you copy that and save it to your local drive. To get there, you're going to go ahead and click on your web application or the client ID, and then in there you'll find the secret and the client ID. So go ahead and grab that and save it to your notepad on your local drive. All right, head back over to your Home Assistant. There's two ways of going about this. Again, there's a link that we can do to go ahead and add this integration. Just a quick and easy way to do it. We're going to follow that, and we're going to allow it to save that integration to our local server. Do you want to set up Google Drive? Click OK. So that didn't seem to work. Not sure what happened there. I might have clicked the wrong button. But the other way to do it is go ahead and click on Add Integration here at the bottom right. To get there, you can go ahead and go to Settings, and then go into Devices and Services, Add Integration, type in Google, and then you'll find Google Drive. In here, you're going to get the name, client ID, and the client secret. The name is what we had defined. All of this is what we had defined. So go ahead and copy and paste that into here. All right, so you can see here's the name that we grabbed from the client or the credential that we had set up. And then we have the client ID and then the client secret. And that's going to be pretty much it. We already followed these steps here. So we went to this screen here. We configured it. We went to the credentials. We created a credential. From the drop-down list, we also created or selected the client ID. We created a web application for that application type. And then we went ahead and we added this URI for that redirect. Go ahead, click on Add, sign in. You're going to get to this screen eventually, like when you click Allow. Go ahead and click on Link Account. All right, that's a success. Using Home Assistant folder, feel free to rename it in Google Drive as you wish. So at this point, we're going to head back over to Settings, scroll down to your System, and then we're going to go back into the Backup tab here and go to Configure Backup Settings, and you will now see that we now have the Google Drive integration. Go ahead and click on Enable. All right, so at this point, if we went over to our Google Drive, you will see that Home Assistant folder already created. But what we're going to do just to prove that it works is we're going to go back one more, and then we're going to click on the backup now. Otherwise, we would have to wait for the system optimal time, which is between 4:45 and 5:45, or you can set a custom time. But in this case, for this testing, we're going to go ahead and click on backup now, and we'll just do an automatic backup. And as you can see, it's creating a backup, uploading to locations, and it was a success. So let's go ahead and open up our Google Drive to verify. And there you have it. We now have our Home Assistant backed up to our Google Drive. And that's going to close out today's video. The reason why I wanted to cover this is I do believe it is important with all things in your home lab or even in your work environment is to create backups. It just saves you time. So in the case that you ever had to tear it down and bring it back up, or if you ever just have stuff just breaks, this is just a way to make sure that you don't have to waste time and get everything back up and running. This will back up everything to your local server and also the remote server, which in this case is Google Drive. Now, I think that it was a really awesome feature that they just released. So I wanted to get a video out there showing you on how you could do it. If you have any questions, definitely drop a comment below. And as always, never stop learning.